By the age of 25, I was supposed to be dead. But 25 years passed, then 26, and I saw that I was not dying. It got me very curious. Why did the process stop? And it's not going any further. I stopped walking in 2008. I wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning, coffee or tea, bathroom, hygiene. Then I go to my main job, my business. The IT recruitment course started in December. In our company, everyone works remotely. I have 10 people that are working on a new educational project. About 35 people in the company. I never believed that a disabled person cannot find a job. Never. I don't know. That's how they search. I worked with video surveillance. I checked the tapes and made sure that building materials don't get stolen from the construction site. I had jobs I didn't like. But how do people say usually? I don't like this job. I'm not going to work there. And I think to myself, my God, work here and look for another job. I think it's a whim of a disabled person. I work till 3 p.m., then I lie down to rest and have lunch. In the evening, I work at another job as a system administrator, also remotely. My third job that I do on the side is the business coaching. It's not complicated. Such work can be found, and you can make $200 to $400 a month. For Belarusian people, it's a decent salary. Disabled people always have a psychological need to be useful to the community. If they achieve it, then these people find themselves, and psychologically, it calms them down and gives them inner peace. Several companies have told me that I cannot run my own business, since I cannot sign documents with my own hand. With the power of attorney, my authorized representative has no right to conduct my legal activities for me, meaning that I have no right to run a business because I am a paralyzed person. How and when did you get ill? What happened? I remember. It was October of 1999. I got food poisoning. There was vodka, of course. There was a girl. I was playing guitar. I was 16 years old. And there was one drug addict. Actually, my classmate. He was also 16. He made tattoos, and he liked heavy metal music. He says to me, "Let me change a needle. I have hepatitis C." Because he made a tattoo for himself right before. But I was drunk by then and said, "What hepatitis? I don't give a crap. Just make a tattoo." Drunk heroism. He infected 6 or 7 people. I wanted to get a tattoo as memory. You know, how boys usually make small tattoos to remember the youth, our brotherhood, that sort of thing. What tattoo did you make? It is on my finger. I can show it to you. Right here, on my left hand. This one? Yes. See the little skull? That's the one. You mean this is how it started? Yes. In my understanding, as a result, it formed some kind of neural infection which penetrated my cerebrospinal fluid and damaged the neurons in the brainstem, which are responsible for coordination of my limbs. In the year of 2002, I got diagnosed with a hereditary metachromatic leukodystrophy. They say I have demyelinating disease, which will continue to develop and only get worse. They said I will end up in a wheelchair. I will probably get paralyzed or even suddenly die by the age of 30. Obviously, I got very upset. I was at work. I went for a cigarette break in the basement. I had a talk with my friends. I started crying because it was a very heavy load. That heaviness went away quickly, and I didn't know why. If you separate my life into 2 stages, before illness and after, all those roads that were open for me before the illness were not interesting to me at all. Because when you live in a criminal environment with light drugs, like weed, drink alcohol, playing a guitar, all kind of theft, it's hard to see some kind of future. Disease dynamics vary. For example, during the year of 2005, I lost my right arm. I couldn't move it anymore, only my left arm. And during the year of 2006, I lost my left arm. In 2003, I fantasized that I would go to the boarding school. It was 2 weeks before I met the girl. We met on the 1st of June, 2003. Because we were young and foolish, we thought that good care and exercises will help me to recover back. She was young. She wanted to have kids. Of course it was hard for her. I understand. But I didn't get it right away. When we got divorced, there was a lot of hurt and anger. It's all in the past now. At the end, a person that I was running from all my life, my mom, took me back. One time, my mother went to the store for 10 minutes. I was lying on the bed, and the armchair was next to it. Anyway, somehow I managed to stretch my body, and I fell down to the floor. I placed my head on the armchair, and I started to strangle myself. Strangled yourself? Yes. I pressed into the armchair, into the seat with my head, using all my body weight. When my mother came, I was already all covered in foam at the mouth for a long time. Another situation happened when my mother was on a drinking binge, and she left me all alone paralyzed in the apartment for 3 days. I turned over to my stomach and squished my arm. When people finally turned me over, I thought my arm would need to be amputated. I lay like that for 3 days, hungry and covered in my own excrements. I was very shaken up. The question arose in my head, do you have any friends or anybody who could come and help you? I realized that there is nobody. These thoughts were constantly roaming in my head. I need to find a way out. I need somehow to set up a computer to communicate. But my idea of setting up the computer wasn't working. First, I tried one software. It wasn't recognizing my speech. I tried second, third. It was all very difficult. I was falling, but God heard my prayers. A friend of mine found one software and recommended that I try it. It all started from that point on. Development, constant self-development, reading, communicating, connections, and projects. Everything started spinning so quickly, I had no time to realize how it happened. My main goal now is to try to go to Japan for a treatment. There is a chance to get better by a stem cell treatment in Japan. Japanese have Nobel Prizes in medicine. They are very skilled in this area. It's much cheaper to go to Japan for a treatment than the treatment in the USA. Of course, I want to earn the money on my own, but there is not a lot of opportunities here to make this kind of money. We'll see how it goes. To have the money quickly, maybe we'll start some kind of fundraiser. People will help. I know they will. I don't even doubt that. We will either collect the money within the community or I will earn it on my own. I wish I could at least get my hands back. If I do get my hands back, I will turn over the world, that's for sure. The efficiency factor will increase right away by 1,000%, not only in personal, but also in social terms. Good afternoon. All right, Dima, send it over. Let's give it a try. If you enjoyed this story, please show Alexander some love by giving this video a like and by sharing it on your social media. If you would like to help Alexander in any way you can, please visit www.helpalexnow.com.